Got a bit of a project to do today. I've been asked to make up a really heavy curb bracelet, tell a lie, necklace. And we made one up before Christmas around about 120 grams. This time we've got to make a curb necklace. It's around about 170, 180 grams. Now, we used to make these by hand, and to be honest, to try and make these links and try and twist these links, it's going to take someone like Arnold Schwarzenegger to be able to bend the links to make them all curb style. But now with all our casting equipment and things like that, we can now cast these links. I used to cast them all individually, but I've come up with an idea. I have got 4 silver links that are of the correct size. I've worked out what those 4 silver links would be in gold, worked out the length, and I've got it just right, luckily. So what I have done here, I'm quite sure we can see, I'll do a bit of a close-up in a minute. I have got 4 individual links of chain that obviously are joined together, and I've sprued each link, and there's a gap in between each link. So hopefully, when that is cast, I can cast them as little individual units, and I've got one link that is open at the bottom there, which enables me to join it onto the next batch, my next segment of links. So hopefully I can cast 4 in one go like that, which is going to make my life so much easier. All the sprues are shorter than what they were on the 4 individual links, so I'll have less wastage as well. So this morning I am going to make up a vulcanized mold containing this, and that is what I'm briefly going to show you now. This is the vulcanizing machine. All it does, it simply heats up these 2 plates to a set temperature. This is the mold that we put the rubber into, and those are plates that go in top and bottom to ensure we keep these surfaces nice and clean. Approximate temperatures, simple. On, plates heat up. Hey Siri, set timer for 45 minutes.
Okay, 45 minutes and counting.
My timer's gone off, and I think we are ready. The other handle snapped off at some stage. If you leave the label on, it stops the mold from actually sticking to the plates. So that's the excess now that we need to cut off. So this part of the vlog, we have a new camera position, so I can get Charlotte in here as well. You may notice behind Charlotte's head we have frost on the car. It is freezing today. We are down to, what down to? -4 today. So we are on the way down to Cardiff because we are picking up a nice snuggly throw blanket for Charlotte. Grace wanted to get one for Charlotte before she went back to uni, but didn't get a chance, so I promised Grace that I would pop into town, into Cardiff, and pick up a nice snuggly throw for Charlotte. So as usual, what happens when we go into Cardiff? A couple of things we've got to do, and people and regular viewers to the blog will know the 2 things we've got to do. First thing is we've got to go and get a Starbucks. have to warm the battery to 15 degrees, it won't work.
After all that. Put it in the sun a bit. There we go.
The moral of the story is to make sure your batteries are warm, because the display was saying I had to warm the batteries up to 15 degrees at least, and at the moment it's 3 degrees. And my phone battery died as well. That was on like 80-90% before I went out, because I made sure it was pretty much fully charged, but
it lasted less than 10 minutes.
It lasted less than 10 minutes. I'm gonna plug that in.
Yeah.
It lasted less than 10 minutes, and the problem is when you're flying and you're not quite solely reliant upon the actual display on the camera, you are looking at the camera to roughly see what you're looking at, and when that goes blank and the phone won't restart,
and the drone's 100 meters up in the air,
and the drone is 100 meters up in the air and about 120 meters away from you, you can just about see it. It is tiny, so you're just relying on fingers crossed. I know you can push the button and bring it home, admittedly, but see, it says 53%, but it wouldn't come back on.
it was too cold.
It was far too cold. So the moral of the story is keep things in your pocket, keep it all nice and warm, and don't fly the drone in the depths of winter. I'm pleased to say that it's Sunday today and I'm not in work, which I find quite strange. I'm a bit of a loose end. I've been out for my run already. Absolutely freezing cold out there, absolutely. I think it was hailstoning and snowing earlier. I think it was like -1, -2 on my run. Really cold. The lads in the cycling club have cancelled today's ride because it's just too dangerous and too treacherous out there. I've just come back, I've had a shower, and as usual, this light is bright, and as usual, I am gonna have some coffee. And for me, the pleasure in coffee, part of it is the actual preparation and the making of it. I used to have coffee beans, I've got a grinder, and I really should do that because I love the whole process of grinding the beans and just brewing a nice cup of coffee. So it's not necessarily just the drinking, it's the preparation. So I really do know what it takes to get a successful solder joint. And to get that solder joint right first time is like magic when you start. And